What's that you saying? You've never seen the direct-to-video in 1998? Hang on. Good evening. What I meant to say was, as I was just enjoying my blood here, what's that you say? You've never seen the 1998 black and white VHS made completely on weekends by an 18-year-old classic? Vampire Greasers from Mars? Well, buckle the fuck up, because today I'm reviewing it. Roll that intro.
Come on, Duke, let's go do those crimes.
Yeah, let's go get sushi and not pay.
Fuck you! That's my name! Are you crazy?
No. I'm just marking my territory. And you got in the way.
What the hell kind of clown are you?
The crying on the inside kind, I guess.
They're eating her. And then they're going to eat me. Oh my
That is why I won't do 2 shows a night anymore, babe. I won't do.
Hey, did you ever wonder what it would be like if Ed Wood turned into a punk rocker and made a black and white movie about an alien that comes down to Earth and tries to take over the world with vampires? Well, if you have, this movie is for you. The movie I'm reviewing today is Vampire Greasers from Mars. Yes. And this movie is, as far as I know, not available on DVD, not available on Blu-ray. This movie is available on YouTube. It was actually uploaded by the person who directed it, Dave Brown. Downtown David Brown. Kind of a little bit of backstory about this movie. I actually know someone who was in the film, a longtime friend of mine. Wheat Boy was in the movie playing, I love this, Hick number 3. And that I believe that is the extension of Dave's acting input. I could be wrong about that. But to my knowledge, it's the only movie he's ever been in. This movie is great. It's absolutely great. So the film is really, really close. It pays a lot of homage to Ed Wood. It even goes to so far as to start out with a person reading the story inexplicably from a book of terrible stories or whatever, which is actually obviously a hardback edition of a Mad magazine. But man, it's so great. No, and when I say this, I'm strongly suggesting that everyone watching this goes to YouTube, looks it up, and watches it. The entire movie is only about 40 minutes long. But there's a lot of love, man. There's a lot of love in this film. A lot of, a lot of dedication. I'm pretty sure that the people in this were maybe 16, 17 years old at the most when they made it. But it's a real film. I mean, he knows what he's doing. Despite the fact that it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, despite the fact that there's an alien clearly talking into a mixer, which is supposed to be some sort of walkie-talkie device. and operating what looks like a furnace as a as a a control dial, despite the fact that you can actually hear the director say "go" between the takes. Personally, if he's still making movies, I don't think he should lose that. I think he should do that. Should make sort of kind of his mark. That you'll hear downtown David Brown say, "Okay, go," before each take. No, the fact that he got that many people to be that dedicated um, to making a movie in high school is really endearing, and it's so great. So basically, I'll give you a little bit of a rundown of what happens. Um, as far as I can tell, an alien with a rubber mask, which I'm assuming is him, although I could be wrong. Anyway, um, comes down to Earth and decides he needs this vampire army well, let me back up. Actually, first, as I said before, a man just sort of inexplicably in a room with the Mad magazine is telling us about that we need to be careful because of the story of vampire greasers from Mars. So then the Martian, I guess, comes down to Earth. It says, "I need vampires for my, for my army," and then I guess attacks some kids and a car, um, and they get in a car wreck, and then they sort of become, uh, you know, the vampires, and I don't know, some other really weird shit happens. They go to IHOP, which I don't know how he got them to let him film inside of an IHOP. That is amazing, but so they go to IHOP where there's a very sordid part of the movie involving women dancing, and one of the women is like a transvestite looking fella. I wasn't really sure what that was all about, but that was pretty awesome. And then there are these the townsfolk, these hicks. That's where Dave comes in, my friend Dave, um, and they kind of try to stop the monsters. Um, Another great thing about this movie, all of the music in the film was original. It was all performed by bands that the director knew. So this movie is entirely original. He didn't have to ask for copyright or anything for any of this, and kudos to him for that. Um, let's see what else. This I can't say it enough times. I thought this film was great. I've watched it twice already, and I don't know. This is the kind of thing that we really don't see anymore. I think that more independent filmmakers should just get out there and make their movies. I really think that they should try if they haven't before. And I know the movie's like 20 years old, but I think that he should try to sell it to like Trauma or something weird or something like that. They would probably release it, although the movie is so short, you'd probably have to add, I don't know, at least some other feature on there just to make the disc worth buying lengthwise, I guess. Also, let's talk about dialogue. A lot of good dialogue in this movie. Also, it says in the YouTube entry that all the dialogue was improvised. And man, if that is true, there are some actors in this movie that are better than some of the actors in Hollywood right now. Some great lines. I think one of my personal favorites is, "Hey, I can't see my reflection in this mirror. How are we gonna do our hair?" I mean, that's genius. And the kid who played the sort of the lead, uh, excuse me, the lead pick, if you will, with the shotgun, he's really good. um, anyway, I absolutely love this movie, and check it out. Try not to be too judgy, and before you are, how many movies have you made? Okay, but I'm going to include the link to the film in the description of this video. I strongly, once again, suggest that everyone watch it. And yeah, I don't know. That's all I got. Well, I'm going to get back to. Well, I'm going to get back to it. Good night.